Hello guys, how are you all doing? This is Obinna again and welcome to another Godbacked episode. I'm super excited about what I want to share with us today. You see, I was just meditating on raw materials in general, like maybe trees, like crude oil, and all these things. One thing I noticed about them is that in their normal form, in their true form, they don't really look too magnificent. For example, when you go to the forest and you look at trees, there's just one big stuff standing there. Maybe together, yes, they look nice. If you're the kind of person that loves nature and all, but on its own as a tree, it's just standing there. You know, a tree can't even get to complain that, man, all I just do is stand and just move around when the breeze blows me. Is there really no much to my life? And the same thing too with crude oil. When you look at crude oil, it just looks like black oil. Nothing special about it, nothing really magnificent about it. Or even look at gold or diamond. In their raw forms, they just look normal. When you see gold, it doesn't really look special, but the beauty of these things is when they are refined, is when they are processed. Like when you take gold out and you refine it and you process it, you see that people will die, people would kill, people will do a lot of things to have it. Or look at crude oil. Look at the magnificent things it can do. Like you could use it to make tarred road. You could use it to do so much. And look at the trees. You could use them to make furniture. You could use them to make paper. So many things you can do when they are processed. And it then made me realize that we as humans, we are like that also. You see, when God created us, He created us just like raw materials. We are in our form. You could look at yourself and say that there's nothing special about you. There is nothing unique about you in your raw form. But the thing is this, in us, God has deposited so many amazing things. Like the diamond, like the gold, like the crude oil, like the trees. In them are so much potential. And I know that even with time, we'll keep discovering so much more we could do with these things. So God has put in so much potential, so much in us that when we are refined, when we are processed, there is so much we can do. There is so much we can do. So some of us, we can look at ourselves and be like, we are just ordinary. But in us, there is no human being. There is no person that is ordinary. In every one of us, there is something unique about us, like that we can offer, and no other person can do it more than or better than we do. So in every one of us is something extraordinarily valuable, but we are the ones that need to step out and discover these things. We are the ones that need to step out and refine ourselves, process ourselves to become the best versions of ourselves. So sometimes you might look at yourself and, okay, but I've been alive for 20 years, 30 years, there's nothing really special about me. That's because you have not discovered it. Ask yourself, what is it that you do so effortlessly, or you do so simply, that people tend to admire or people tend to acknowledge? To you, it looks ordinary, but yet every time you do it, you could get a compliment. For example, maybe you could sing so nicely, but you don't see it as a big deal. People, wow, you sing so nicely, but you just look it off. That is a unique gift that you have. Or maybe there's something, maybe you can speak. You know how to speak very well. And you just think it, like, for example, me, I'm someone that like to talk, I'm someone that like to speak. But I never really took it as any big deal until I started realizing people always tell me about how I speak. People always talk to me about how I talk or tell me. So with time, I begin to realize that maybe this could be something special about me. Let me look into it more. And the more I kept on doing it, the more I got good at it, the more I got better at it. So you see that in each and every one of us, there is something in us that God has deposited. There is something unique that God has placed in us. But you have to bring it out. You have to refine it out. If you do not do anything, if you don't process it, it will just be there. Like the thousands of trees that just grow and die, or the golds that just stay in there, never discovered. Until you bring it out, it will just remain there, ordinary. In you, I'm telling you, my friends, there is something in each and every one of us that makes us unique. But we must work it out. We must work it out. So I want you to know, I don't know, wherever you are, just look at yourself, okay? You're not ordinary. I'm not just saying this to make you happy or to excite you. Each and every one of us, even the man you see on the street, sleeping on the street, even the madman on the street, there is something unique about him. The only reason why he's the way he is because he did not refine what he has. So how do you do this thing? Once you have discovered that thing that you have, or that thing that makes you special or different, or something that you do that others tend to compliment or tend to talk about, refine it, get better at it. If it's singing, spend your time, sing and listen to other singers. Try to improve yourself, try to refine yourself. When you become value oriented, you see, the aim, the whole thing behind the God-backed mindset is to bring up people who understand that there is no limit to what they can do. There is no limit. As you are, like you, the way you are, there is no limit to what you can do. Your mind is your only limitation. As long as you keep breaking it, you keep pushing yourself, you realize that there is no limit to what you can do. So just find that thing that you're good at, or that thing that makes you unique. Now refine it. I've told myself that there's one thing I always tell myself every day: I must be better than my best. Whatever it is I'm good at today, I must be better at it tomorrow. So I keep pushing myself, I keep pressing myself to do more, so I can give more. Okay, I can be able to add more value to people, to be able to make a difference, so that when I'm done on this earth, I know that when I'm closing my eyes and I'm leaving, I know that yes, I was able to fulfill all I set out to do. Everything you set out to do, you can achieve it. So what I want you to do is that find that thing that you're good at and then refine it, keep refining it, be better at it, keep pushing yourself. All the people that we celebrate today, people like Lionel Messi, people like Usain Bolt, these people, they are good, right? Okay, they are good at what they do, but they don't say that they are good at what they do and they just relax. Every day they are refining it, they are becoming sharper and sharper. Just take a knife, for example. No matter how sharp a knife is, if you keep using it without sharpening it, it will get blunt one day. So to make that knife useful, you have to keep sharpening it every day. Keep sharpening it every day. Learn, grow. You see, one of the things about the people we celebrate today, the billionaires we celebrate today, the leaders we celebrate today, the leaders that are really making a difference, not those ones that, well, you understand what I mean? Those ones that are really making a difference, they are always learning. They are lifelong learners. They are always learning. Every day they push themselves to learn something new. Why do they do these things? Because they want to be the best at what they do. They never want to get blunt. They always want to be sharp. So you are not ordinary, okay? First of all, get rid of that mindset. If you can tell yourself this, anybody or anything that makes you feel that you are ordinary, that thing is lying to you. You are not ordinary. There is something unique about you. So if you can believe that and begin to work on yourself, begin to refine yourself, try to bring out value, try to make yourself a person of value, bring out the best in you. Just look at yourself as a raw material and put yourself on a refining project. Discover that thing in you. Look at yourself. What is it that people tend to compliment you about, or something that you do effortlessly, but you see that a lot of people struggle to do it? That is something unique in you. Now begin to focus on it, begin to refine it, and you'll be amazed where you get to. So that's what I want to share with us today. You are an amazing person. All you need to do is to bring it out. Let the world see it. You owe the world this. We want to see it. We want to see that unique gift. You want to see that amazing gift God has deposited in you. We cannot do without that gift. So please discover that gift and let it out. Let it out so that we can be able to benefit from it. Okay? That's what I want to share with you guys today. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please, I ask you to subscribe to this channel. Hit the like button and share this video to anybody you know that is going to be a blessing to. Every Saturday, I release awesome content like this, and I hope that this has been a blessing to you. See you next time again, and always remember, you are backed by God. Have that God-backed mindset, and remember, you are always backed by God.